does that to do?
Okay, so we're gonna start this one off, and I'm not gonna keep redoing it. Even if
You
you
know, do
guys,
it again. Do it again. You did it wrong.
No, we're not. We're not doing that.
Okay.
Like we could do that.
Like we could, but should we?
I don't think we should.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome guys to the Haircast.
Yeah. THC.
I'm Kai.
I'm D-Sizzle.
I'm Kai.
Alright, so we got two Kais and a D-Sizzle. Sounds good.
Dustin.
That's who you are. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Based on
This is Shane.
Based on gender issues.
Okay.
I'm
not gonna bring that into this. We're okay.
Okay, I have zero confidence in this mic right now.
Zero?
Zero.
Alrighty. Well, that was
when you lean forward, that.
Oh yeah.
That.
Man,
yeah.
I really hope that the audio is actually good this time.
Well, that was
when you lean forward, that.
Okay, that's
All right.
So we're just gonna keep talking, and it's just still gonna be good.
Okay, you could turn that off. We're good.
You're welcome.
So what's new in Fortnite?
Fortnite news. Well, they have what, snowboards?
They have
Just in time for summer.
They have news.
In the UK, I heard.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that stuff. Yeah, okay. Well, I was joking about talking about it, but
there is actually some Fortnite news.
Prince Harry of England land, where you drive on the wrong side of the road and the
Called cigarettes, fags.
Yeah, the whole deal. It's all really weird.
Yeah.
He wants to get Fortnite banned because it's bad for the
For their heritage.
It's a bad influence.
Yeah. I like to think that he just wants to start streaming that shit.
Oh yeah, and have like exclusive rights to it.
Something.
Yeah.
That'd be funny, eh?
That'd actually be
Starts
pretty.
making more money than the Queen does.
Yeah.
And how much money do you think the Queen actually makes or has?
I would say she's making at least 40-50K a year. At least.
I'm sure hope
That's no.
Huh?
No, that has to be more.
so.
Well, I
It
said
has to
at
be more.
least.
No, it has to be more.
Way more.
How much does the
It can't
Queen
be.
make?
Like, well, what's she worth, right? Like, that's what I want to know. Is how spicy is her sauce? Is basically what I'm asking here.
I don't know how much money they
Well,
make.
she's so
Man,
spicy.
they gotta have. They got money.
Well, she's so spicy. She's on our money.
Yeah.
In
Well, that's
Canada.
okay. You know what? That's another topic. So when she dies, do we get Prince?
She gets all the money.
What's the old guy? Charles. He's the next in line right now.
I believe he
So-
prefers to be called Charlet.
So we're gonna get Prince Charles on our money for 3 months until he dies, and then we get somebody else on our money now.
I don't
Is that
know.
what's- is that
well,
what's
because
going
wasn't
on?
Prince George on our money in like
King George.
King George?
Yeah, King George back in the 30s
Yeah.
until he died, and then Queen Elizabeth has been on.
I'm
there.
sure that's how it would work.
I
You
thought it was
think
going to be Queen Elizabeth the 22nd.
the 22nd. See, that's where you're wrong.
Yikes.
She's the 21st. You should maybe look up your heritage a little bit. What an idiot.
Clearly, I'm not.
Clearly you're an
Well,
idiot.
in a parallel universe, there would.
Well, you
Okay,
see, I'm
any
American,
case,
so I don't know
clearly-
anything about this.
Well, you're an American, so
Yeah,
this doesn't
so
concern
it
you.
doesn't concern me at all. No.
No.
So about that Fortnite, Prince John was like,
Sucking his thumb, and he's like, you know what? We got Robin Hood we
Yeah.
gotta worry about.
sucking
and
his golden thumb.
You got Little John you gotta worry about.
And so why no Fortnite in the UK?
I don't know. I guess they think that that's taking away from.
Well, didn't Article 13 pass? It just recently was
Yeah,
like.
for-
Well, that one came after Article 12, right?
Yeah, that was the one after the 12th one. Like, we're talking.
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, I jumped there.
I have no idea what that
Yeah, I don't
shit
know, what's
means.
Article 13?
I think I've got that.
That
This
was
is
like
like-
banning memes.
I think I got that once in
so
Resident
this is
Evil.
like in Area 51, but now it's Article 13, so we're getting to the 51.
Is
We're
that
just not
like an
there yet.
amendment
So,
kind
like,
of
it's-
thing? Is that what you're saying?
Like, you're
Kai?
kind of talking about aliens, but not quite yet.
Is that
like,
what you're
we'll
kind
get
of saying?
there.
Is it like an amendment, like or something?
No, it was a law that is prohibiting like basically memes. In
I heard
Europe.
that too.
Yeah, that's Article 13, and it just got passed in Britain. or whatever.
Like England.
It didn't. It actually got passed.
Or at least it's in like the final stages, and it's
There are
actually
no
coming relatively into
more
effect.
names.
So maybe
How
they're
do you
thinking,
even-
hey, we finally have control, over the internet and stuff. Well, let's see if we can ban Fortnite because we can, pass this stupid fucking
Yeah.
article.
It's literally one thing
Wow.
you said. It's not,
Yeah, no.
it's
If
not
we're
gonna happen.
but if we're gonna speculate,
okay,
we
but
might
you
as well
said
speculate.
you said yeah, no. So which side are you on here? Is this like a yes? It should be banned, or a no? It should not be banned.
It should not be banned.
We'll
'cause
find
it doesn't
out
fucking
today.
It
matter.
should not be banned. We'll find out later on 60 minutes, or as the Americans call it, 37 minutes or something.
What?
This hour is 22 minutes.
22 minutes,
Yeah.
you're right. 22 minutes.
Any case. Yeah. So this is one of those spots where we have to fill in
Yeah, so we're just gonna talk, and we're gonna talk about
things
the
that
lizard
everyone
people.
cares about.
Lizard people. You want to start
Oh,
doing that
yeah,
shit again?
yeah.
Well, this is a Gamecast. Apparently, you guys have a story for me,
Yes. Shane?
or are you saying?
I have to do this one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll do it.
that's better. Do
All right.
telling stories than me.
And I haven't heard. I have not heard this.
Okay, so there's these two guys. They're part of a local gang here in our
Oh, I know these guys.
and they only wear red because red is the gang colors. And man, when I'm talking gang, I'm saying like these guys. The most offensive thing they ever did is they got a refill at Subway without it being a free refill day.
That's just
or
about
whatever.
it, yeah.
Like, that's the most offensive these guys get.
Yeah, yeah.
So, anyways, they show up here and they want to trade in 2 games. One is UFC something for 360, which is trash. Nobody cares.
It is
The other one was World Combat versus DC Universe on PS3. Also trash.
Yep.
Like, Matt, best case scenario, you're gonna get $5 a game here.
Yep.
There's nothing. So I told them, like I'm not really like I don't want these games. And then the one guy's like, well, I don't want them. Okay. I'm like,
Alright.
Kai, do you want them?
No, I don't.
Oh, he was. Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah,
here.
I was there. Yeah.
So Kai doesn't want them. And then I'm like, so nobody wants them. I don't want them. You don't want them. He didn't want them.
Yeah.
Nobody wants them.
So what are we gonna do?
So then, like, it's just quiet for a little bit, and then I have this, this fantastic idea. I'm like, okay, you know what? If you can, we had a crazy wind coming from the west going east here, crazy wind. I'm like, if you can throw this game, either game, so you have 2 chances here. You can throw either game into the dumpster, and I'll give you $50 for
The dumpster's about like what, 20, 30 feet away.
No, it's more than that.
Okay, well it's
Like
like
from
good
the
distance
door
away.
here?
No, from
where my
right,
truck is.
right around there. Yeah.
That would hit.
So about from the street on, right?
Okay, I kind of know what's happening here.
So okay.
okay.
So whatever. I told him, if you can throw it in there, you get $50 store credit. And then the guy's like, no, I'm not going to throw it. So he looks at
It's like I can't make that. No,
he looks at his gang buddy, and he also says, no, I can't do that.
I'm not throwing your games.
So I'm like, okay, well, all right. So Kai, you can throw it. If you make it, 25 for you, 25 for them, and it's a good deal all around.
I said fuck that. No. No. I'm getting 30-20 here because I'm doing all the damn work.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right. So Kai gets 30, you guys get 20. I'm like, are you cool with that? And he said yes. Okay,
So I grabbed the game. All right, and I'm thinking, okay, there's a lot of wind. I'm thinking maybe I can curve this thing in, right?
Yeah.
Throw it really high, and the
then
wind's gonna pull it down in, right? So I take it, straight up, and I just throw it about as hard as I can because I'm thinking the wind's gonna push it back. It's in the disc in the case and everything. So I throw it, and instead of going up and curving in nicely like like a nice frisbee toss, instead it decides to fly, flip sideways, catch the air, and flip over the building.
What?
And it lands in
right over
there.
No
and that lands
way.
in front of Mr. Q.
It cleared the roof.
Yeah, right over.
Just
Yeah.
it
So
cleared the roof.
That's
know,
insane.
I realized that. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, then I grab the other one, right? And I move over, so I'm more, like centered with it. And I
That's
decide,
already a good story.
I'm gonna try a different one. So I decided to sidearm it, flat like a frisbee, just to try to get a straight bomb in there. Right? I threw it a little bit too high. It caught the wind. Over again. So two games, just gone. Doesn't matter, but we don't give a shit.
Like right from the door here?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap! That.
Yeah.
And then Shane's shitting himself laughing. He finds this
Oh,
absolutely
but it's coming.
hilarious.
So the wind's coming from there.
No, from there. It was going this way.
You're throwing against wind.
Yeah, I was going against wind.
Against wind.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it was
weird.
that's like a closed area, right? So it's spiraling a little bit, so it's kind of moving all around. Shane, meanwhile, is just shitting himself laughing.
so weird.
Oh yeah.
because
Man, this is so funny.
It's like whatever, right?
So funny.
And then as he's laughing, I'm laughing with him. All of a sudden they're gone.
Yeah, they just.
We turn around and they're just walking away. They're like,
They took off walking. They
yeah,
didn't even
they
care.
like we just looked at them like, where are you going? And they didn't even respond. Like just no.
But
You just threw their games away.
Yeah.
And they
he
don't care.
literally threw
And
games away.
and the UFC game he actually just got like a couple days beforehand,
he
right?
bought it here for $5.
Yeah. So he just wasted his money, and the other game was his brother's, and we don't whatever. We don't know anything about that.
No consolation prize, eh?
None.
So the biggest problem here, the reason that you were throwing it over
Yeah.
the building, I figured it out.
Okay.
You thought when you were looking at the weather thing that it was in miles per hour, and it was actually in kilometers per hour.
That would
And
make
that's
sense.
why.
Well, the number's higher,
You
right?
did-
So I thought it was blowing
Yeah,
faster,
you had
right?
to throw it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess that.
So, I mean, once you're in our country long enough, you'll understand that we go by kilometers an hour.
Yeah. Well, I've been driving 100
yeah.
miles an hour.
It
this
is
whole
what
time.
it is. It
You
is
haven't
what it
figured
is.
it out yet. You haven't figured it out
It
yet.
is what it
It's-
is.
No.
It's really mostly your fault.
Well, yeah, I'm the one who fucking.
I
threw
just
them
really
over the
hope that
building.
you didn't actually hit a vehicle when you threw it over there.
Well, and then you thought you saw like a little tinge of red when it flew
I'm
up.
pretty certain that first game you threw that somebody tried to throw it back.
Yeah. Well, it was a PS3 greatest hits.
Yeah.
Right. So it has that red banner on the top and along the side.
I'm
So-
pretty sure somebody tried to do that.
Wow.
But yeah, man, it was just funny. It's just stupid. You know what? You get so bored here day after day.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta come up with ways to entertain yourself. And that's a perfect example of how Shane entertains himself. I see
And I get sucked in.
yeah. Well, I see a certain situation like, okay, how can I make this actually interesting to me? And there we go. We get games, we throw them away, they leave, and we just got whatever, nothing. They thought they were, gonna make some kind of trade here. No,
Yeah, no.
your games are going clear across.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, well, I just now I remember what a topic I have is.
Is it a good one or does it kind of suck?
That all depends on you. All right, so I'm not sure if I should time this or not. Should we do this like a insert credit kind of style thing, or should we just talk until we're done?
I don't know what the topic is. So.
All right, so in your opinion,
No,
this has two facets. Okay.
like when you go to the bathroom and there's like a faucet. Like with
Yeah, there's two of them.
Two
There's two of
faucets.
them, so you
So
can
you
get
get two.
you get water from two.
Do you get cold and hot out of like either one?
No,
or-
one's cold and one's hot.
Okay, one's cold.
Yeah.
One's hot.
Okay, so
Righteous.
first half, which game would you consider has the best soundtrack? Second part is, what do you think the best song or track in a game is?
Of all time.
All right, so now
In
we
your
talking,
personal opinion.
Are we talking licensed or unlicensed music here?
We're talking originals, like
Original,
like an
okay.
original kind of video, not
Alright.
not like Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Immediately Tony
Nothing like
Hawk-
that. No.
Tony Hawk 2 just came to mind.
No, we're talking like original
Right.
composer, like that kind of thing, like a Final Fantasy is original.
You know what? I got a very.
Doesn't matter who the composer is. The composer could be like the band that did the new song,
Metallica.
the new Sonic song
Slipknot.
stuff. I don't know what band did the new Sonic music or whatever.
How I wait and
It doesn't matter who-
bleed.
It doesn't matter who it is. It just has to be like an original thing for the game.
Okay, sure. So immediately, what springs to mind for me is I got 3.
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Sweet
Sweet
16.
16 on GameCube.
Yeah,
I played that way more than I should have.
you did actually.
But I have 3. Okay,
Fire?
3 of them. We've got Castlevania 1.
Oh
crap. bum,
that
bum,
actually makes it that
Bottom,
high.
bum, bum,
That's
bottom.
that's
But,
yeah,
bum, yeah.
that's up there. We got Streets of Rage 2.
Okay.
Yuzo Koshiro, the composer, absolute friggin'
Mad lad.
amazing dude. And the third one, Battletoads Double Dragon, on the Super Nintendo, not the Genesis version.
It's too at
The
40.
Super Nintendo version.
Yeah.
Those
Okay.
three for me, man. You put that on a CD or a tape or anything,
Oh, yeah.
and I'll listen to that all day long and be completely fine with it. I think they knocked it out of the park.
To give you like an idea of what he's talking about, like the last game, the Battletoads Double Dragon, the intro music.
No, the whole.
No, but I'm just saying like that's one song from it, or one or two songs from it. So there's like an idea of
Like our loading screen.
yeah,
music. Yeah, and
Interesting.
like so that game, Battletoads versus Double Dragon, that came out on the NES, and
It's worth good big bucks.
sounds, it sounds fine, but it's on the NES. And then there's also the Sega Genesis version, which sounds a little bit better than the NES, but not that much better. And then there's the Super NES version, which just like that's Sony's.
Oh yeah, they made a ton of ports of that game.
Yeah.
Tons.
Yeah, and the Super NES version, you can't even. Man, it's just it's amazing. It's
Well,
fantastic.
isn't the Super Nintendo one better also because they had a better sound chip?
I just mentioned the Sony sound chip, so yeah.
You did. Oh, you did. Sorry.
Yeah, you want to listen?
Yeah,
to
I
me
was not
again.
listening.
Much better, much better.
Much better. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
So what was your question again? Your top game soundtrack and then the top track?
like your top track of anything?
I think the top 3 soundtracks would be like to pick the top track. That'd be a hard one.
No, not of those ones. Just in general.
Just do game. Just game.
Okay,
individual tracks. That's impossible, man. Like,
Well, yeah, that's true.
What would you pick?
But like top tracks in general just doesn't matter. Like
I'm on board with Shane. I'll as soon as you
Dr.
said
Wily
3,
theme or something,
as soon as you
right?
said top 3, I'm like, okay, I can do that. But like just one. You know when it's like winning by just like a
Well, it doesn't matter.
point.
Don't
you
do
know
just
what I mean?
one then. Just do give a top 3 of your favorite
I
tracks.
could do a top 3
Yeah,
like
yeah.
albums, not like games, not
Yeah,
tracks.
Okay, well go ahead and do that.
that's what we're
fine.
doing.
Yeah.
I didn't name one track. I just
Not yet. No.
I'm not.
Well,
going
what
to
do you
name it.
pick?
No? Okay.
What do you pick?
Okay, so for games, I have a much more limited scope than these guys do. No, it's not NHL 95, wherever that
They
is.
can't even
It's
see
NHL
that.
Breakaway. 98. Hey, at least in the
Yeah.
same ballpark.
Who's-
By Carrie
Yeah, who's the guy that owned that?
Shanti.
Carrie
Friesen.
Shanti? Carrie
Carrie,
Shanti Friesen?
Carrie and
Shut their phone
Shantae.
numbers on there.
No way! Can we call them right now?
Please. Okay, we'll go and do that, and then we're gonna.
That's funny.
Okay, so while he dials them up,
I'm gonna call them right now.
I have a much less
As
scope.
if the phone number's on here.
I have a
Okay,
less.
go ahead.
I have less of a scope than these guys. I played a lot.
Of the Wii.
Lot fewer games and like the
Okay,
older stuff, but we'll get back to that.
Carrie and it almost looks like Shane.
Shantae, Shayna. Yeah.
This is funny, actually.
$9:30. That's not too.
Hello.
Hi, is this Carrie Friesen?
Who's calling?
Shane Wall.
Okay. What? No, it's not Kerry. But what do you want with him?
Carrie Friesen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a video game here with a phone number on it. I just wasn't sure if they needed that back or not.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Shane Wall is your name?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll and this phone number is where he can reach you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Good. I'll send him a text and then see what he says.
Okay, and then also there's another name on here. It's Carrie plus Sean something like that. Sherry, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not.
How did you guys end up with this game?
You know what? I have no idea. I've had it for a while, and I just noticed there was a phone number on there. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll send him a text, and then if he needs it or wants it, then he can get in touch with you.
Okay, absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Shane.
All right, have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, I hope you get a
They
text.
still live there.
That's impressive. Yeah, we're gonna put that back. All right, so I hope you heard that.
I was just thinking. You need to actually ask if he has more games. That's what you should do.
Oh, you should have called back.
That's what I was
and
thinking of saying, but I didn't want to interrupt. That is hilarious.
Okay, so we're
I will give this back to him.
Do it.
So Carrie's a guy,
I
would
don't
assume
know.
so, yeah.
but with a.
What did he say? That person is not in, or he's not in? I didn't hear.
I
that.
heard he's.
Okay.
Not
Yeah, so did I,
available
yeah.
right now.
Well, alrighty then.
That's awesome.
That's fair.
That is cool.
Man, that'd be wicked. That's
That's awesome.
That would be.
You have to let us know what happens with that.
Yeah. Well, that'd be great. Okay, so shall we continue, or are you just gonna keep laughing?
So-
You can continue all you want.
All right.
I'm gonna be busy laughing.
Yeah,
at
no
that for a
problem.
while.
All right.
That was
They
funny.
still live there, man.
That's awesome.
Or they still have the same. Oh, the kid still lives there.
No, I don't have no. But the phone number, they knew.
They still have the
they
same
knew
phone
who
number.
we were talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
We said Carrie Friesen, and they instantly knew
Yeah.
who we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's
Man,
awesome.
that is way too funny.
That's cool.
I'm finding that way too funny.
just random phone number.
Like,
He's gonna
like,
look you
come
up.
on.
He's like, who the fuck is this?
Like, what are the odds? Like, what he got that game? I mean, at the latest, probably 2000.
That's
2001.
20. That's
yeah.
20 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the game is 21 years old.
Yeah,
Maybe even 22. And
that's hilarious.
man, I will gladly give it back to him if he comes in here. That is just, man, that's way too funny.
That was primo to the extremo.
That just energizes me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Totally
Well,
energized.
there's
yeah.
a reason.
It's
the
like-
stream is called Energize.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
man,
only I was on
that's so
THC.
funny. That's hilarious. I'm
cool.
a big fan of that. I really hope I hear back from these.
Please, that'd be great.
This is Carrie. Oh man, imagine he's still like
Okay,
still
but-
an adolescent. It's like, whoa, it's been 21 years.
Okay, but
Oh, man.
how cool would that be? Now picture you on the flip side. You know what? I've got Dustin Workington with a phone number on here, and I call, and your mom answers, and then
Oh, because it's my home phone.
Yeah, and I'm
yeah,
like-
that would be
I'm
funny.
like, I have a game here for Dustin Workington that I found. It has a phone number on there. Could you let him know that I have it? And then all of a sudden you get this call now, and you're like what? Like what? Like what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's super awesome, and I really hope that we hear back from that.
Please, that'd be awesome.
That's awesome.
That's freaking swaz. Okay, I'm gonna go pee.
All right.
Again?
First one.
Oh,
Brick and net seal.
What do you call it? Holiday.
like the hollandaise sauce.
Nope.
Holiday sauce.
Arby's sauce.
Does Arby's have their own sauce?
Yep.
They do.
It's like a mayo.
I can't have that
Chipotle
stuff.
thing. That stuff is just so greasy, but so
Greasy. They don't even fry their meat or anything. Like it's like that. It's like cold cuts.
it is almost like brisket and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
How's it greasy though?
Oh, the meat, it's the fats in the brisket, because brisket there's a lot of fats in there. So when you cook it up, it still gets all that grease and stuff.
Yeah, what do I know?
No, but their sauce is pretty greasy.
Okay, but your soundtracks, your
Yeah.
top three.
I'm not sure if I can go as far back as you guys will.
Oh yeah, so we're going Wii and the future. Like a lot of 360 stuff is on here.
No, before the Wii. Some of them,
So a lot of
at
Wii-
least
a lot
one
of
or
Wii
two.
Stuff. So like Wii Sports Resort.
No,
that was a big one for you.
no.
Like that was a big one for you. It was like going to a rock concert, hearing Wii Sports Resort.
Puck. It's like
I never played
it's the
it.
golf, or
I-
not the
I
golf,
have
the
no
tennis.
idea.
All right. Anyway, so in the top area there, Final Fantasy like 10, like that kind of stuff. It's just so good. It just adds to the whole atmosphere. It's just so well
you're talking
composed.
specifically Final Fantasy X here?
We're gonna talk. Oh. You don't know. I can't do a specific Final Fantasy. It's anything.
What do you mean you can't do it? You got to name 3 games. It's not
Nah.
that hard. It's really not that.
I'm
hard.
not gonna name all Final Fantasy
Here I
ones
am.
though. Yeah, I'll let you in.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna say Final Fantasy X. It's It's just a great soundtrack. Ometsu did an awesome job on that one.
Oh, you're saying FF10?
Yeah, FF10. It's just one of them.
It is good.
It is a very good soundtrack, and I actually found on like Spotify some guy who does like melancholy piano.
Melancholy piano?
Yeah, so it's like slow and kind of sad.
That's melancholy?
Melancholy.
Yeah.
Is that a guy like Mr. Melancholy?
No. But it's the style of what he's playing. And I love it.
Is
It
that
just
like
sounds so good.
when you go to Olive Garden and they have like the melancholy special? Like that's...
If it was on Valentine's Day, it wouldn't surprise me because then it's for the people who got broken up with. Yeah.
Melancholy.
No, but that's just one of them.
Melancholy girl.
Another one actually could be Wind Waker. No, come on.
Get in closer if you can.
Getting closer? Why?
Or no,
him?
just
I
Shane.
can't,
Okay.
man. I can't do it. I mean,
Okay, I'll
I
move
can
it
just-
more
I
your
can-
way. Okay, go ahead.
I can lean over here.
All right. So, Wind Waker could quite possibly be another one.
That's. What do you mean? Quite possibly, it either is.
You know
or
what?
Isn't.
I can't pick three.
What
So
do you
I'm
mean,
just
guys?
gonna
It's your
just-
own damn topic.
It
and you
is. Doesn't
can't
mean I
pick-
have to have a perfect number of what exactly
See,
I have.
You're an idiot if you can't come up with three. You gave me no inclination that I had to come up with three, and I gave you three instantly. And now you're saying like, oh yeah, you know.
Well, give one. So it's FF10.
If FF10's one, yeah,
That's
definitely.
one.
You know,
Alright.
if I would, just out of the sake of just being really easy, I'd say Final Fantasy 6, 9, and 10. If I'm gonna put three, but I don't want to do all Final Fantasy games.
Why are you doing all Final Fantasy games?
Because
kinda
that's
dumb.
just what I'm fucking into. But
What a nerd. What an idiot.
Well, I'm gonna.
I have
I'm gonna
tracks.
slap down some of that.
I
shit.
have some specific tracks though that I'm
Okay.
really into, that I really like. So okay, so I played it for you guys one time. I heard it on Retro stream. It's Silver Surfer Level 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
It's just so good with like it has like the
On the NES,
yeah, on the NES.
but you could pick your level though.
Yeah, but it's just the level 1 theme.
Okay, I'm not sure then because
It's-
you could
it's
pick your
really
level like
good.
Mega Man.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
No, it's really good. I really like it. It was made on I cannot tell you specifically what it
Well,
was
listen
made
to it.
on, but it was made on a computer that had a very weird specific sound chip, so that it would do arpeggios in order to make it fill in the music. So it's like with like a beat and then another track on top of that. So it's those three, and then it's the arpeggios kind of in there.
Oh, yeah.
And it adds a whole like interlayer. It just sounds so good for only having 3 ports or 4 ports, right?
Channels.
Or
yeah,
channels,
I hear
yeah.
ya.
So that's one of them, like track wise. Another one is the Dr. Wily theme from, I believe, Mega Man 2.
Doctor, why are we?
Oh, Mega Man 2 had a great soundtrack.
It was really
yeah.
good, yeah. And that Dr. Wily theme is just always gets you amped up when you're going through that stage. It's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch.
Yeah.
It just feels so good.
No, that was a very good game.
Yeah.
Where the soundtrack was good.
Oh, it was awesome. Like it's just
Why do you keep?
because
doing
there's
that?
like I don't know what's on here, but it's really
There's nothing.
bugging me. There
Well,
is.
It's because Rudy was here.
Oh, it's all that fucking
Don't you
dandruff.
like lice?
You remember when he didn't want to come on the podcast
Yeah, I remember that.
and we tried to get him on here?
Yeah,
And,
and he just left. Just walked out.
yeah.
Cause no, that's all he says is no. Another game that's like got an awesome soundtrack. Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's actually just really good.
I'll
And
give you that.
I really enjoy it. It's just it puts you in the mood of every single stage, right? The music is so different from Dire Dire Docks to like Little Big Boner or whatever. I don't remember all of the
Little Big
names.
Boner?
No. Oh yeah, Little Big Boner. You know, it just goes up and down.
Little Big Blonde.
No, but like Fallen's Fortress, like it changes between like all of the different ones, and it just makes it seem like exactly like it is. Like the Dire
Seamless.
Docks is like quiet and a little bit more
Aquatic?
fluid and aquatic, yeah, with like that kind of stuff, and like it's really good. And if I'm gonna say another one on top of that, it would be Mario
No,
Galaxy.
you don't
It
get
does the
4.
same thing.
You don't get 4.
It's my topic.
Shut up.
Okay.
You don't get 4.
You know what else is my favorite? Oh, this.
You gotta push up the.
No,
Okay,
those are all
it's
solid
your
games.
turn. You go.
Well, I have 2 at least.
Ooh.
I would have to say the good old Final Fantasy 11. That
11?
I listen to that. I can listen to that every freaking day.
Isn't that more of like a? Okay, no, I know what you mean.
It's just, I don't know. I like the game so much that.
Oh, I can see now.
There we go.
Yeah, and then it would be Knife. It would also be, I guess, off the top of my head, it'd be like Turtles 4. I like that one.
Solid option.
Hmm.
Not as good
I don't
as
have any
Yeah, okay.
Big Apple.
3 p.m.
Sure.
I
And
know
then
you're referencing there.
what would be another one? I would have to think. There's so many good ones.
There's a lot.
Like, do I go 16-bit? Do I go like FF7? I like that one.
Should I
7
sum it
yards.
down? Just do 8-bit, 16-bit,
I
32-bit.
That's the stuff I do when I'm
64-bit?
mowing lawn. When I'm mowing grass, that's what I think about. Man, I do all this crap in my head, and that,
Yeah.
honestly, it would be good for podcasts. But other than that, it's
Okay, well
just
here I'll
useless
make it
crap.
simple for you. Just do a 16-bit game.
3 16-bit games.
No, you're saying you're trying to think of which one.
Turtles
so I'm just gonna
4, Final Fantasy 3.
Hold on, come back here. Get something in there. You got dandruff, man.
give you. Yeah, I know.
And you're giving me shit for something being on there.
It's probably from me. That's why I'm wiping it off.
It would be.
It's kind of gross.
Maybe I wouldn't even do Final Fantasy 3. Oh, it's so close.
It's a good. That's what I said 6. So
Yeah, I mean that is sick. Yeah, Turtles 4. I would do because I'm even thinking like Mario RPG. That was killer too. Or well, I have to do Chrono Trigger too.
then that's what I was gonna
I
say.
have
If,
to
if
do
we
that
did
too.
if we did a specific like best 3 soundtracks you think or best whatever 5 whatever.
Chrono
If you
Trigger,
Chrono
Turtles
Trigger.
4, Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's
Come
Island
on!
is Yoshi's Island is good.
Dude,
That's a
it
good
is
one.
Not. Come on.
It's good. The
You knew
marimba
that
and the-
as soon as you said it. Man, you knew.
You don't like it. I know that. You don't like that.
Okay,
one.
I won't. Yoshi's Island's a good game, but no, I will pick.
I like the music in that one. It's good.
I'll pick Final Fantasy 6 then. Chrono Trigger,
Turtles 4.
Turtles 4. Yeah,
Toidles.
Total Power. There's so many more good games.
There's so
I'll pick
many
those.
more.
Because
Did
Super
you ever
Mario RPG,
play-
that's a good man.
Did you ever play Energize on Super Nintendo?
Thanks for the gold cobra.
You clearly did. I like that. Fantastic soundtrack.
Okay, 16-bit. Well, you're going Streets of Rage 2.
Yeah.
And then what are your other two?
Well, Battletoads was there.
Double Dragon.
Oh yeah, right,
And
right.
then, I don't even know what my first one was.
It was.
Was it even on?
Castlevania.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not
Castlevania
16-bit.
No, it's not. But,
So what would you pick? Sonic?
like, what are we
Knuckles?
talking about? Like, we're going top 6.
We're just
16
doing
bit?
16-bit here,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna change it a little bit now.
I don't know. Probably NBA Jam. It's a joke, but
Yeah.
solid soundtrack still.
Is that licensed? It's not licensed, is it?
No, that it wasn't the, but it was catchy, yeah.
Yeah, it's a dumb one. Yeah, I mean Chrono Trigger has to be there. That's.
Oh yeah, you did play that game.
I've played it twice.
That's a good game.
Fantastic game.
Really good.
Fantastic. Earthbound also.
Fantastic.
Really
It's
Yeah.
another one I need to beat.
That's another really good
I'm
one.
a couple hours in, but that's it.
You know what? You both are gonna hate me for saying this, but SimCity
No.
it's one song until you get to like
To City
the
or
next
Metropolis
one and the
or
next one,
whatever.
next one.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
It changes the
We
song.
owned that game when I was a kid.
Yeah, I grew up playing that game.
No
and
way.
I love it. It's one of my favorite Super
But
Nintendo
you had
games.
it on the Wii, right?
Yeah, on the Virtual Console.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
could still.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. That's exactly how I had it too.
I can
Yeah.
still recite
Yeah,
that
yeah.
freaking music in my head.
But no, it's so.
Or like your population grows. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. No, I love
Yeah,
that game.
yeah.
It's just so good. And I was playing SimCity 2000.
That one
And
my sister played a bit.
That one also, it goes from here to like here. Like everything just changes. And it's crazy. The music in that wasn't so great, but SimCity definitely had a great soundtrack. Mario World. If we're just gonna start fucking naming games, like Mario World's a good soundtrack too.
Well, if I would really, then if no holds barred, I guess freaking All Stars would be good
Yeah.
because you get
Well, it has all of them, right?
everything, but that's
Yeah.
cheats.
That's a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't love the Mario World soundtrack.
That game, like I loved Mario World, and when I remember I was playing it at Walmart. Like my parents were there, and I was like on that thing. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, and I remember hearing my mom say in the back to my dad, "We're gonna have to get one of these one day." You know that, right? And I tell him I will never forget that. I heard that. You know, we're gonna have to buy one of these one day or whatever. I'm like, oh please, dude.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And that Christmas I got it, right? And I loved Mario World. But I still did not love it, even being like 10 years old. I did not love it as much as Mario 3 on the NES. When I played that at my grandparents, that game trumps Mario World, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
better.
agree.
It's a better game.
I agree. Well, there's always that huge debate. Which one's better, Mario 3 or Mario World?
I picked Mario 3 I
Yeah.
will every time. I
Yeah.
will every time.
Yeah,
Even-
like the last time I beat Mario World was probably, oh man, probably over 10 years ago.
Same. For sure over 10.
I
maybe
played Mario
over
World
20.
more than 3, unfortunately.
I did too. I actually played it way more than 3.
Really?
I did. Oh yeah.
Oh,
So it was easy mode for me.
Mario
But Mario
World-
3, like Mario 3 felt more RPG-esque, right? Because you got all your items. You know,
That's true, yeah.
I just knew as a kid already. I loved getting items. You get the mushroom house, freaking right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just love that.
Yeah, you get the
It's like
fruits.
getting your, Excalibur or something. It's like you get a leaf and you're like, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
so pumped.
Yeah.
Now after a castle, you get a P-wing.
Yep.
Dude, man, I love that game.
Unfortunately, Mario 3, I only played the...
It's a much harder game, in my opinion.
I
Mario 3.
only played the
Mario World.
Game
think?
Boy Advance port.
I didn't play it as much. Oh, that's all you played?
That's the only one that I've actually played. Unfortunately, I really want to go back and... But I've actually played
I should play
Mario
it
Bros.
again.
2. Like Doki Doki Panic. I
Yeah.
played that one more than 3.
Really?
Yeah. I beat that one.
Yeah, I beat that one once.
But like
I
I
still-
don't remember beating it, but I know I have.
I wanna stream that one because I haven't beat that one in probably 15 years.
Like 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a bit more. But for me, I've beaten Mario 3 enough times that I would have an easier time beating that one.
Really?
than
Okay.
Mario
I
World.
see.
Wow.
I beat Mario 3 once or twice.
Really? Eh?
Bowser's easy. It's just getting through
Getting
the
there.
hell. Like,
Yeah.
the hands and stuff. Like, that was a freaking... To me, that was hard. But as
Yeah.
a kid...
No, yeah, for me, Mario 3 is going to take it. Yeah, you can't save, whatever, not a big deal. But it forced you to
true.
be better.
That's
at
actually
it.
kind of true.
Although don't they add a save function All Stars?
On All Stars, it is.
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
But not on the original.
So Mario 3 and All-Stars would be better for me than
And they
Mario
did
World,
and
for
they
sure.
did update the graphics a little bit. It makes it a little bit
But
But I mean, Mario World, you
cloudy.
do get a lot bigger game, but like it is bigger. I feel like I've played through that crap so much.
That could be.
You know, you just get the cape. You know,
And you just blaze through it. You get that
you
one
get the
secret
cape,
area.
you get the
and
firepower, and a mushroom. I think that's it, right?
that's-
Oh, I mean the feather, like the feather.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
feather.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only the 3.
And then
Whereas
Yoshi.
in
right.
Mario 3, you get
all
a
kinds.
lot.
Like-
Tanuki suit.
yeah, you get
that frog
Tanuki,
suit.
you get Frog, you get Hammer Bros,
You get the boot for like 1 or 2 levels.
you get in the boot.
The P-wing, don't you get a cloud or to go
Yeah, you get the
across?
cloud
Yeah.
to skip a level.
You get the hammer to break rocks and then go
Yeah.
find new areas.
The Hammer Bros.
The hammer,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
the
get the
item.
Hammer Bros, yeah.
And then you get the flutes and all that crap. Like I love that.
And obviously
I thought
the
it was
mushroom,
awesome.
the star,
And the firepower.
or firepower, yeah.
And whenever I get a mushroom, I was like, you go in that.
Yeah.
You go in that mushroom house, ding, 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 and then click, and then it's a mushroom, and you're like, no. Maybe not that bad. But that's what it was. Nice
I know
playing that.
exactly what song's playing too. I know that one.
You got to play that with save states, right? And then it's like save. And then, oh, I don't want that one. Load.
Yeah, maybe don't do that.
Actually,
That's
I haven't even done that. That would be
easy.
You know, it'd be fun to see if it actually changes, just to see if each box is a constant roulette, or if it's a
It
predetermined.
would be
as soon as you get in there.
it would be predetermined once you're in there.
I'm sure.
think?
I'm sure.
I'd bet that. I'd
we
bet
should
it.
try that.
It would surprise me. It'd make the programming a lot easier.
It might change from the NES cart to the
All-Stars.
All-Stars, but
Yeah.
I doubt it. But it
It'd
could.
still be fun to try. Like next time I'm playing that, I'm definitely gonna give that a shot.
True.
So that's your topic.
That was my topic.
Solid one.
No.
I'll give him that.
Thank you.
It almost kind of leads into something I was thinking about,
Go on.
like 2018. I know this is like April now, but
This is 2019 though.
2019,
kind of like a recap. I was looking up, man. End of November, we beat Lost Levels.
That's over a year ago.
That was the end of November 2018.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Just
sorry.
a bit of a recap. That was one of the finer moments here with Shane at the shop.
Man, that was a lot of fun, and
That was awesome. That was awesome.
that game was tough, man. It was
It's a
super
hard
tough, and I'll never forget. There was that one level when we're in the clouds. I think it was World
Oh, when we were
5
just
or
leap
6.
of faith.
And you
I
had-
always think,
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
and like you have to speed run that thing
You have
to
to
beat it. Like we were trying it, because when you're first playing this game, you never played it before. Like you're gonna take it a little bit more. You're gonna take your You're gonna take your moments to set back and you kind of look and assess and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
But that just made it so much worse. You just had to fly through that thing, and we started
And just ninja dodge
just,
everything.
like, nailing the jumps and shit. And then, man, that was a great time because I had never beaten that game before.
Nope.
And you also had never beaten
Nope.
that game before.
Barely even played it.
And then we had the one castle, the one Bowser's castle where it's a puzzle.
We didn't
And
have sound.
We were stuck on it for 2 hours, 3 hours maybe.
Jeez.
And we didn't have the audio cues that the game was giving us.
Yeah, because it's
Oh,
like a maze, and if you do it wrong, it goes or if you do it right, it goes ba-ding, yeah.
Yeah, so
And we weren't hearing anything,
Yeah,
so
we
it was
heard
trial
nothing.
and error the whole time.
Oh.
But
We
did
beat it. We're
That'd
like,
be.
okay, so it's up, down, up. Like, yeah, we figured it out.
That'd be.
That was a great time. And for that reason, I want to go play Mario 2 again. Because, Mario 2 I haven't beat, probably 15 years.
It would just be
maybe
nice
more.
to have something like that was so nice to have something released by Nintendo that was like an old school 8-bit that actually was like a ton of fun and hard, like it was a hard game.
yeah.
And it's like I feel like we won't find something like it won't be like that. Like we can beat the Castlevanias, but it's not like that. You know what I mean? Where
It's different. It's more. It takes.
it's
more
so fast
skill.
paced, like
Yeah.
platforming, right? Castlevania is kind of platforming, but like it's kind of action too, right?
Yeah.
It's slow. It's slower
It's-
paced.
It's a slower. Yeah, it's slower.
It's
paced.
hard,
It
but-
still takes a lot of skill. Like Castlevania is not an easy game, but yeah,
No, it is not
The Lost
easy.
Levels, that takes a lot of the twitchy skill. You got to be quick, super fast, and whatever. And
Oh man, we pulled off so many cool moves.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was so awesome. Yeah.
that was such a good. And you know what's funny is we could play it again, and we might not even beat our time.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I think we would do better. For sure, we would do better. Because things would come back, right? I remember this. Yeah. But at the same time, like one of those Bowser's castles. Remember that huge flame arm?
Yeah.
It was always nailing me, or remember you had to didn't you have to actually fall and catch a. Like we had to fall the right way, like jump off and fall down.
Yeah,
Weird.
you're right. Yeah.
Like inside of
Oh my
the
goodness.
wall or something weird,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, you're right. I remember
Some
exactly.
hard stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's not easy.
Like you had to be right on the edge so the piranha plant or I don't know. It was so weird. It was hard, but it was awesome.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I totally get how they thought that would be too hard for us
Americans,
back then.
definitely.
Man, I totally get it because it's not easy at all.
Yeah, that was a good moment though. That is something I wanted to talk about. That was a highlight of 2018. I remember that must have been 2018, probably like a year ago, when we were doing the first level challenge.
Yep.
Yeah,
About that.
Yeah, that.
Did
Man.
we ever live?
Never.
We
no.
never streamed any of that.
We just did 1 or 2 games. We did Inspector Gadget and
Terminator.
Terminator, RoboCop versus Terminator.
Yeah.
And then we tried like that one Capcom game, like that fighter, like that.
Oh yeah. What was
that
that?
one was a Iron Sword.
That could be. I can't remember what it was called.
that?
I think it was Iron Sword or not Golden Axe.
No.
Oh,
Iron
it
Sword.
seems like
It's
Iron Sword?
not Iron Sword. That's on NES.
Not.
it
Golden
seemed
Axe?
like Golden Axe, but it wasn't. But
Yeah,
know
I
what you
think
mean.
we were comparing it to Golden Axe.
Yeah. Like Golden
But like
Axe-
that was a blast too.
Yeah, that's something.
It was a really good one, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that would be a lot of fun to do on stream and have everything. Just
So stay posted.
one episode, do that. Man, it'd be a lot of fun for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Really, I should bring up the videos because like there was some cool stuff that happened in 28. I mean, we should have done this in January already, like a recap, but
Yeah.
But there was some cool stuff that happened, like that first level challenge, that Mario Lost Levels stream.
Yep.
Man, it was awesome. I remember someone came in. He's like, nobody does a Lost Level stream. I'm
Yeah.
like, man. And then we tried like Donkey Kong Country 2, and that was
Completely pooched it.
it was like, man,
Yeah.
we're not ready for that game at all.
No.
That was not stopped. That ended, which is sad. But whatever.
Man, well, aside from the music, it was fantastic. Like, the music was fantastic.
Yeah,
That game was hard as balls.
that game was hard, man.
Oh, yeah.
The game was hard.
It is very hard.
But
And that's one of the very few that I've actually finished.
you have, eh?
Yeah, I finished that
Cool,
one.
man.
Yeah, me and my friend. My friend, growing up, my friend had a Super Nintendo. And he had all the Donkey Kongs, Mario World, and Link to the Past.
Like your friend Casper.
No, not my friend Casper.
Link to the Past. That was a
And
good
we
game.
played those so much. And that kid, he knew all of the secrets to Donkey Kong Country. Like he could beat that. He
He could 100% that thing.
Oh, he speed ran it. He knew all the secrets. Like in the first minecart one, if you inch close to the barrel that shoots you over, if you jump over it and around it and down, you skip half the level. There's a barrel that's hidden just below the screen, just in a little
and the
alcove.
programmers put that in.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it shoots you to about halfway to, if not 3/4 of the way through. So if you time it perfectly, there's your speedrun strat right there.
Wow.
Stuff like that. And that's why I knew some of those, like when we were playing number 2, where I was going and like hitting some of that stuff. I knew that was there from him.
Dude, I was just thinking you were playing with your number 2.
Yeah, okay.
That's cool though.
Yeah. So I did grow up playing some good classic games, not just
Yeah.
Wii.
Like, stop with your dandruff.
It's not my dandruff, it's actually my jacket. It's my jacket.
Look at all this.
Look, it's silver. It's silver.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
I don't know, man. That's kind of gross.
But anyway,
It's kind of gross.
you have a topic?
Yeah. I do.
Please.
Please
it's a little
share.
It's a little different than what you guys are talking about, but so we got to touch on this Final Fantasy VII thing. So I'm gonna
The
go
remake.
I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant with it because it honestly pisses me off, and not only because like I like the game, I've played the game, but it doesn't like that part doesn't piss me off. Like I'm not a super fanboy for the thing. But so Final Fantasy VII remake, remaster, everything was announced in 2015 at E3, 2014 E3.
2433.
Yeah.
Summer's around.
Yeah, one of those 2 years.
Yeah.
And immediately after, we found out that Square Enix's like basically C and D list studio is working on it, which is just stupid because an IP like Final Fantasy VII, you got to have your A game.
And this
working.
was found out recently, right?
No.
No, this was
Oh,
way back then.
That was
a couple hours later.
Yeah, it was the same day. when
Oh,
they
like
announced this.
okay, gotcha.
So like
gotcha.
immediately when I heard that, I was already thinking, you know what, this is gonna go nowhere.
You remember who it
You
is?
can't have. I forget what the name of the company is. It's not Crystal Dynamics.
Don't they
it's
do like
something else.
mobile games?
I don't like.
I thought they did like mobile games, and they chucked them on that,
Maybe I don't know.
or like remasters or something, whatever.
But you're basically you're taking this minimum wage employee and you're making them make the Final Fantasy VII remaster, which is just It's never like you just no. It's just not gonna work. And then we heard out, a couple months later where they're saying, okay, it's not gonna be all on one disc because this game is so big.
No, it's gonna be on 4.
Yeah, it's gonna be episodic. There's
4 parts.
4 different parts to this. So now they're expecting you to buy the game 4 times.
Probably a full market
whatever.
price.
And then after that, we heard nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So like 2 years, like a year.
For about 2 years or so.
Yeah.
Then we saw another little trailer that looked fine, but that was it. It was just a trailer. There was nothing else.
Well, wasn't it showing some gameplay footage?
Trailer trash.
Barely.
Like a little bit of,
Barely.
like a tiny smidgen of it.
Yeah, barely.
I did see some gameplay footage. It looks straight like FF15.
Yes.
Which sucks.
And I was turned off completely.
Don't give me a remaster of a turn-based RPG and make it action, please.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Just
nobody.
No.
Yeah, nobody wants that. So now fast forward to about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, maybe 4. Then we found out that there's a new director for the game. So we're getting some kind of news now. But man, this game's already been announced 5 years ago.
So this is gonna be like a Final Fantasy 12 kind of deal.
A new director though sounds like
The game,
like I said, like Alien 3 or something. Like,
yeah.
Just like, everything's gone to shit. So here, this guy will clean up the mess.
Yeah.
It sounds like a pile of crap.
Yeah. And it is. It's man.
It's gonna be a pile of crap.
I bet you.
I think they should just axe it like Diablo 3 when they had their first Diablo 3 in production. They just, or StarCraft Ghost or whatever. Just
Yep.
Well, here,
stop right now. Stop. 5 years. Like, so that means they're still working on it.
Oh yeah.
To announce a new director.
Yeah.
This is like brand new game level type thing.
Yeah.
Like, why would you even tack a 7 onto that? This is like beyond even brand new game.
Okay, but you're
right.
Well, hold on. Final Fantasy 15 was in development for about 10 years,
It was a very long time.
and it was pushed back.
Are they
pushed
all
back,
in development?
pushed back,
Well, I mean the
pushed
MMO.
back.
What was 13? Okay, push back.
13 was like what, 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah, both
13
years.
and 12 were being developed at very close to the same time.
Like 7,
And
8,
they-
9 for the PS1.
Those came
Those
out
all
like
came
within
out, like-
2 years of like 1 year.
1 year and
One
then,
year,
and then
1 year,
2
1 year,
years.
basically, yeah.
It was 97, 98, and then 90 or 2000.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
All 3.
Well, here,
Yeah.
I'll give you
And
like a
then
little bit of
10
optimism.
Came out in 2001.
Yeah.
I know.
I can hear.
And then 11 came out in 2002.
yeah,
That was an MMO,
and then
which is amazing.
12. Here, I'll give you some optimism
12
though.
didn't
With
exist.
I'll give you an optimism.
That one's. I would play
On
that over 13.
Changing director. Okay.
Oh, not me.
Really? Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
13 all day.
So if we're talking Final Fantasy, we're talking changing directors. Final Fantasy 12 did the exact same thing. They were about 2 years into development, and the original director, who was the same guy who did like Ogre Battle, Tactics Ogre,
54.
Who did like Final Fantasy Tactics, like all
FF.
those ones. He was the director of that game of Final Fantasy 12. He stepped down because Japanese game culture or game developer culture is incredibly hard, and it's very stressful. And he just had to, for I believe medical reasons actually. And another guy stepped in,
Like
and
he got sad and depressed, or
I think he was
Honestly, I
I
gotta
think he
pee
was
so
getting
bad.
like
Again.
his.
no, you don't.
I actually do.
No, you don't. You're good.
Like, I gotta go hardcore. I'm sorry. I'm being a buzzkill.
No, it's okay. But they changed directors, and in my opinion, I know you don't care about 12.
12 sucks. 12 straight up sucks.
Yeah, like definitely some parts of it. If you're looking for a turn-based RPG, yeah, it's not going to be what you're looking for. I like it, but it's also because of nostalgia. It was one of the first Final Fantasies I played. So,
yeah, man, I tried to get into that one.
but they changed directors, and they did actually change a lot of like story stuff. It was not going to be so. It was going to be actually more political and more serious and dark and
it
stuff.
was already so political.
Yeah, but
even when
it
came
was
out.
going to be like really dark and really
Yeah.
really gritty and like that kind of stuff. But then they changed the director and made it more lighthearted, because originally the main character was going to be Bosch, or a guy like Bosch, an old grizzled war veteran, who just came back, who's back from war, and a rebellion starts, and he's like whatever, stuck in the middle of it. They changed it, so Bosch now is the queen who is exiled, who's now the leader of the rebellion. He's her bodyguard, but they changed the main character focus to like young street rat kids, Vaughn and Pinello. So they went the Star Wars Episode 4 route.
Oh,
you don't get that.
Clearly, they went that route for sure.
But the idea of that is in Star Wars Episode 4, they use like C-3PO, like the droids, and they use the. You don't get it.
Don't even look at me when you're talking.
Like,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
They use the droids as like a point of view perspective, even though they're not the main characters. They use them as like a way to show the main characters doing stuff, but through a different eye. So that's
you're not helping me at all.
I'm not trying to. I'm talking to the stream.
It turned into Star Wars now.
But no, I was making comparison to Star Wars.
We're talking about Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah, now all of a sudden we're talking about.
They used a very similar story technique as Star Wars. But so they changed it, so they made it much more kid friendly. It was a producer
slash seducer.
Yes. They made them change that. So Final Fantasy 12 is an alright game. It's a lot more kiddie than it used to be.
You can change a director and still have a good game.
Yes.
Not in this case.
In this case, I agree. I highly doubt it, because this game is going to be shit no matter what director goes on it.
You're making Final Fantasy 7 into an action RPG.
Final Fantasy 15. Yeah.
Square Enix. Why don't you just?
It's gonna look
Square
pretty.
Enix. We take the magic away. That's what that should be their title.
Yeah.
Seriously. What the heck is wrong with you? Where's like?
But hey, it's gonna look pretty.
I know.
That's what they're banking on. They're banking on. This is really good looking.
But it's not even going to, because now they're stuck in this thing.
Old.
Now it's old.
Yeah.
Right. So now they have to be looking at
the next generation. Right?
Yeah, we're gonna back it up a little bit.
Yeah.
They said once Kingdom Hearts 3 is done, which it's done, it's out, all that stuff. They're gonna focus everybody on
the remake
of Final Fantasy VII. So now that's the thing. But yeah, now the problem is PS5 is a year away, a bit more than a year away.
I'm thinking 2 years away.
Probably.
No.
Did they 2020 announced anything?
The E3 they're gonna show it off.
They
probably a year and a half. End of 2020.
Same with Xbox. Yeah. So we're a year and a half away now. So either it's gonna be a launch title, basically, on this thing, or they're just gonna have to scrap everything and just keep on building it. And I don't know what else they really have in the pipeline right now. Like, I imagine they're working on a Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
I would think. But 15 did not do that well anyway, so they didn't make a lot of money on 15.
They've been doing a lot of cutesy
Did
little...
you play 15?
I haven't touched 15. I've watched you play it. I watched my dad play it. It just don't look good.
15 is horrible.
Well, and before 15,
absolutely horrible.
They did a port on the
15 could
PS4.
suck the farts out of your ass.
They did a...
Absolute, man, 15 was trash.
Remember you were like, I'll give it a 6.5, and then all of a sudden you were like,
now you're down to a 3.
I think I need to downgrade it to like a 4 or something.
Yeah.
Or was it like at 7 you brought it down to a 6?
No,
I thought you brought it lower.
It was it started at a 6.5. I'm like, I'm not loving it. And my biggest thing with it is you could have called that game anything else. You could have called it Assassin's Creed. You could have called it You could have called it Gears of War. Aside from the names of the enemies and the names of the items, that is not a Final Fantasy game.
And the summons and stuff like that. Yeah.
Like, that's it. You know what? Like, come up with a different name for Phoenix Down, and you're fine. Like, just anything.
I know.
It was horrible. It was absolutely terrible. And yet that was in development for 9 years.
I'm in Salmon. No, I hear you. So apparently, what? Nintendo might be in the works for a new Zelda game. Have you heard of such things?
They announced
They announced a new
it's not
game,
Zelda, but Zelda shit.
Well, no, they did announce a new.
I heard of something.
Zelda.
I heard of something where it
an
could be like kind of like another Breath of the Wild.
Oh,
I have not heard that.
I've heard nothing. About
I saw
that is the first time that here is turned on in like probably 2 weeks.
Wow.
Really?
I'm not even kidding.
Alrighty then.
That has.
It's
not,
because it's too cold.
I guess. So.
It is getting chilly.
Yeah,
outside.
it can't be because of heat.
No.
Yeah, but
for Zelda,
Where did you see that?
I just saw this on a pod. I was watching like Pat the NES Punk. I was
okay.
trying to get some because he does a podcast. I was trying to get some ideas. I saw that, and then I don't know. I got interrupted with something, but I watched like a minute or two of that.
Okay.
And that's all I know. And I'm like, for me, I'm like, you know, like the Game Chasers and all that, right? And I
all do.
completely agree with Billy. Like, it's just, I'm not even like the biggest Zelda fan. I played Link to the Past, which the anniversary is coming up, right? I just found that out. Yeah. But I actually agree with Billy. I'm not a big fan of seeing Zelda in the whole open world thing. Just for me, aesthetically looking at it, have I played it? No. I saw you guys play it with your long ass stream, but it's not appealing. It just does not appeal to me. Just like Final Fantasy, I wish they would just bring back why don't just
go back to the roots.
Stop putting this on phones or whatever. Like remember when 9 came out on PS1. PS1 is a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's 2000, so it's almost 20 years ago. But please do that again. Please, bring back swords and sorcery. Bring back
the medieval setting.
Please.
Like is
that really that bad to do? But don't make it look like an American freaking RPG, computer RPG.
Like a Western RPG. Make it a JRPG.
Yeah, make it JRPG, but
you know what's
I would buy that crap.
You know what's really sad is we are.
Do you agree with me or no?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
We're 18 years removed from the last turn-based Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
Think about that.
That's 10. Yeah.
That was the last turn-based.
That was 2001.
2001, yeah.
So their first 10 games, what they built their legacy on, what they made millions. And
that's what they made their name on, man.
Of dollars was this turn-based RPG, and now here we are, 18 years later, since the last time they put a turn-based.
It was
RPG
a true turn-based. Yeah.
And you know, their first one that came out was 87. So that was I think it was 87 was the first Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dragon Quest could have been around that too.
Dragon Quest was before it.
Dragon Warrior, okay, maybe whatever, 86, 80, whatever. Any case, their legacy was made in 13 years. It was literally 13 years from the first Final Fantasy
and
to 10.
We're 18 years removed from that.
18 years later, and it's like, wow, that looks pretty, and I do not care.
It looks good, but the gameplay.
You know what I mean?
Ass.
Does that make sense?
Oh, I
don't care how pretty it is. Honestly, if you have a great game, the graphics will be all the better.
They
but
don't
gameplay,
matter. They don't
gameplay
graphics
first.
Don't
well,
matter.
with an RPG, one of the things you can completely cut and no one cares is the graphics or the visuals, right? Like
you don't have to completely cut
you
it,
don't. Like,
but you can even bring it a generation back, and I wouldn't
just
care.
just dial it back and just put more resource into the story, the battle system, into dialogue. Just like make those things better.
Even music,
right?
Music is more important than graphics for me.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah. Well, we're never gonna get a Chrono Trigger again, right? Chrono Trigger was good graphics,
like that's when,
good music,
that
good
was like
story.
The apex. That's when everything peaked.
Well, that was Dream Team, right? That's
where every
and Square both decided to do something good, right? And all of the top players did it.
You're right,
but we're never gonna get that again.
We can't get them to bring back just for
medieval
for sheer money grab. We can't get a new Chrono game.
No,
just
there's Chrono Cross, and that was the last one, right?
The game, and don't. You know what? Maybe some of those old guys just need to get, or maybe the young guys need to get fired. I don't know. Someone needs to get fired. That's all I'm saying, because I know everything.
I think some of the old guys need to be pulled out from executive and become directors.
Can we make a Super Nintendo game again? Yes, please.
Well,
make it. The graphic guy, you shut up. Yeah, you make everything pretty. You shut your
you're fired.
whore mouth and you listen to this guy. Oh no, we make it like this, we make it like that. You say, yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, what happened is
Make a classic game again.
Well, what's happened now is
I'm
all the directors that were in those games that were so good, right? They're not directing anymore. They don't have any real input. They might be, they're producers and they're executives now, right? They don't have that kind of,
who knows? Maybe they don't even care.
Standing anymore, right? Like, maybe they'll be brought down to like as a consultant or something. You know, say, hey, what do you like about this? And like, no, that sheet. Do it this way, right? Like, and like tell them like, no, that's bad, and do it this way. But they don't have the artistic control or directorial freedom that they used to, right?
Well, let me see. So like, I
Miyamoto-
want to know what people thought. Like, is Final Fantasy 15 regarded as one of the best PS4 games of all time?
Not even close.
Just making sure. I just want to see, because
they
think they know what they're doing.
I think it has a high rating though, unfortunately.
If it's over an 8, I'll be really surprised.
Here, how about Final Fantasy 15 is a good game, but not a good Final Fantasy game. We're gonna pull it in old.
Look, they gave it that.
7, 8.2.
Does that seem 80%? A little overkill?
See, for me, that's too high. Because for me, honestly, I would rate that.
You're not gonna get
gameplay wise,
whatever,
very similar to a Watch Dogs or a Grand Theft Auto thing sooner than anything else.
Oh, yeah.
So for me, Watch Dogs 2 is a better game overall, and I don't give a shit about Watch Dogs. Like,
no.
It's just a game, man. It's just
and their new Tomb Raider games are better than their Final Fantasy games.
Rise of the Tomb Raider. Yeah.
They've made 3 of them.
I haven't played the third one. The second one's okay.
Was it Fall?
I haven't played any of them.
The first one's actually good.
I heard it's really good.
I would recommend that one. Second and third is not a big deal. The first one, absolutely. But again, you gotta look at, I mean, like, Square Enix is just the publisher, right? Like, Crystal Dynamics worked on the game. So that's the biggest problem now is we have, like, in gaming right now, you have these huge, massive publishers, which Square Enix is a part of.
Nintendo.
And then you have, you have Nintendo, you have
EA.
2K, you have EA.
THQ.
Yeah, you have THQ. THC. Yeah. You have all these guys, and it doesn't, it's completely different teams working on each game. That, like, it's so different. Like, back in the day when you got a Square game,
it was made by Square.
Got a Square game.
Yeah.
That's what you got. But now,
unless it was in the old NES days,
now,
like Atari days.
Now, if you're getting a Square game, you could be getting Final Fantasy, you could be getting Hitman, you could be getting Tomb Raider. It's just like they're just publishing this shit, right? So it's a
Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I'd like to. That's a game I'd like to play. That Dragon Quest 11.
11 now, yeah.
Dragon Warrior 11. Or no, it's Quest. Yeah.
Now. They changed it at
5 or 6. 6.
5 or 6, yeah. For the Super Nintendo.
Yeah. I actually could be totally wrong.
No,
I know
no.
8 was called Quest. And
I
got 7 from you.
7 is Quest.
7. I have it on PS1.
I have 5 and 6 on my SNES Classic, and they're Dragon Quest.
But 5 and 6 was Japan only, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's on there anyway. I want to see if it works. I haven't tried it yet.
It does.
It does?
Of course it does.
But that is kind of the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever get like a. At least until you're old and gray. Until we get a proper Final Fantasy again.
Well, that's one cool thing that we can all agree on, this THC cast here.
Yeah.
Is that we all like...
the classic Final Fantasy.
We like RPGs, like JRPGs.
Oh, yeah.
And I like that, you know, whatever. One of you isn't like, oh, screw RPGs, I want a baseball game.
Jay.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Even though that brings whatever, it brings death to everything, whatever. It doesn't matter.
But you
it's
also
not a
can
big
have
deal. But I'm
more
glad.
death if you all agree
But I'm
with it.
glad that you guys all agree with that. I would
Yeah.
like in a medieval game. I mean, and they're
Like
doing
it doesn't even have to be medieval, right? Like
Middle evil.
middle age.
I think it should be back then.
Like
they always have.
It's a great thing, but I think it's been almost overused. I think all of the different tropes and the ideas that you could have are almost used up. I think we need.
No.
I think
No, see, Chrono Trigger killed it.
it
Where
did.
You're
yeah.
bouncing in between all different.
But that I
sorts
would
of
consider that more like
timepieces.
sci-fi,
That was
not
awesome.
like medieval, because it uses time travel and you
It
use a
was
machine.
very medieval though.
Parts of it were medieval, yes, but I
That's-
think it's
if,
more
if we're
sci-fi.
saying medieval is overplayed now, then give me Chrono Trigger where your time.
That's
traveling.
true.
You're
Yeah.
back here with dinosaurs. And
Well, I'll
shit,
agree with that,
and then
yeah.
you're in the
Or
super
even like another
future.
game like Earthbound, like a modern day kind of turn-based RPG,
Well,
right?
That's Final Fantasy 15 without the turn-based. That's modern day.
It's not modern day. That's fantasy. That's high fantasy.
Earthbound is modern day.
Earthbound is modern day, and that's what I'm talking about. Like a modern day, like it doesn't have to be like realistic. Like it doesn't have to be you're in New York City and you're fighting drug lords or some bullshit like that. But like
You know what it was? It was
like
Final
Persona. Persona is a modern day RPG, but it has weird fantasy elements, right? You can do some kind of turn-based Final Fantasy game, maybe not like Shin Megami Tensei or like Persona or anything like that, but like like something a little bit less played out, right?
I feel like it all started at FF7, which I mean they killed it. It was great, but like there was times where there's the freaking train that they're riding on, and then he also has a bike at one point, and I think there's probably
truck.
another vehicle. Yeah, like there's stuff like that, but for some reason it just was like it was mind blowing.
Oh, at
And
that
that-
time it was.
And
yeah.
8, well then that brought more vehicles and stuff.
Well, and they brought in that crazy CGI cutscene in the beginning, which was like
Yeah, oh yeah.
insanely groundbreaking. It looked so good.
But then 9, they kind of brought it back. But at the same time, there was still these airships and there's still that stuff. But
Yeah. Well, with 9, they went back to grassroots. They specifically,
But they were- yeah, but
they
there
were
was
seeing
still-
the progression. And they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, we
No, they
can't,
did.
we
They
can't
did.
top these two." So they looked back. I'm assuming and they're like, "Okay, well, 6 and 5. Those were 2 huge games. Those were very popular.
Yeah.
At least 5 was incredibly popular in Japan."
I love that game.
So they were like, "Okay, well, how about we just go back to something like that, and try to revitalize that a little bit." And it came out to be an exquisite game. It's just so good, visually stunning, story stunning, like
But you
battle
look at-
system stunning.
You look at Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they're all based in that.
Yep.
And
They
then
are.
it's like, and then 6 came around. It was a bit different. It was still amazing game.
The core kind of
and then
idea is the
7, they kind of just bumped it up a little more, which is still amazing. It went on PS1. And then 8,
was a-
they
it was
bumped
a
it up a
steampunk.
little.
It
And
was
then
more steampunk.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
8, they bumped it up maybe a little more. And then 9, they brought it down. And now it's like, you know what, graphics. And now
Yeah.
it's graphics.
Yeah.
PS2, well, it's graphics now. And then PS3, it's graphics.
No, I
And
agree
PS4,
with
it's
that,
graphics. It's graphics. It's everything. It's a graphic.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't care. I don't care. I'll watch a movie then. I'll go get a Blu-ray. I'm here to play a game and
I'll go watch
actually
Avatar.
be
Right.
invested.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be invested in this game. Don't get me wrong, graphics are good, but that does not do anything. That doesn't make the game amazing. What's that from again?
That's from 10.
Oh,
Although I do
yeah.
have an idea on why that was so bad. It was purposely made bad.
Well, what did you say, Shane? Apparently,
It's
they
story-
didn't
it's
even
for
have
story
context.
reasons.
People just had to
Okay,
read stuff.
so
Although, yeah, it was over phone, right?
it wasn't over phone.
They didn't even
so
have full scripts or something.
The
or
problem with Final Fantasy X
the
was-
translation. That's why I don't like
Yeah,
that game.
so I guess the game was rushed. That's my only idea, is that the game was rushed. So the English voice actors and everything, they were given no context on anything. They were just given a list of things to say by themselves in the studio to say these things. They didn't have, the other voice actor where they could play off each other, anything. They had no context on what's going on. So you're just literally reading it on a piece of paper. And should you be sad here, mad, pissed off, excited. You had no idea.
Yeah.
That's why so much of it just doesn't
So dead.
quite
It comes
make-
off
it's
so
just-
dumb.
It doesn't
It's
make
dead.
sense. It's
Yeah.
very like you just beat this amazing boss and then you sound depressed, which
Yeah.
like you shouldn't. But they didn't,
Oh,
they
gee
didn't
golly.
give them any sort of information or whatever. And
Yeah.
that's
Well,
super weird.
With that iconic scene, it is iconic because it's just so bad, right? Like everyone knows who's been around for a while. It's been memed. It's been like all kinds of stuff. But I actually personally don't think it's necessarily like as bad as it seems, because that part of the story, Yuna is really upset, right? Because she's feeling the load and the pressure of everyone, expecting her to beat Sin and save the world. And she's getting really upset, and she, is getting kind of, depressed or whatever, like, in a very loose term of the word. So, he's trying to cheer her up, and he's trying to be a fucking dumbass in order to make her happy, right? So, that really stupid, he's being a dumbass in order to make her smile. So, if you look at it that way, it's not necessarily as bad, although I'm pretty sure it could also be contributed to bad voice acting.
Yeah.
Yes, you're looking.
It sounded very
I'm looking
cringy.
into it
You're
in
looking
story.
in way too deep, and that's not the case.
But if you're gonna play a Final Fantasy game, you might as well try to, look into it really deep. It makes the story so much better if you look into it.
I just
in
think
that
there
kind of
shouldn't be
thing.
any English translation.
Dubs.
I want
No
to
dubs.
I want to play 10 with the Japanese language
Oh, you
and
can.
English
Just
subs.
Just do a.
you know what game you need to play instead?
Hmm.
Lost Odyssey.
Oh,
Yes. If you
You agree?
That's the best
Yes.
Final Fantasy game
on
in
the
last
360,
12
yeah,
years.
Really?
Yeah.
Hands down. It's amazing.
yeah. If it's really unique too, because they had an
You've
author,
said it for so long.
right? An author collaborate on it. So what happens is you do some story and some you do your RPG stuff, and then it actually has a break, and it actually has like a story. So the entire thing, it has like basically a chapter of a book, and it has like visuals for it, right? Like
Okay.
very very simplistic visuals for the story that kind of like he's talking about a desert, and it shows like like a washed out desert and like wind blowing and that kind of thing, right? And it's like, and you'll actually I think one time I was sitting there for 10, 15, 20 minutes on this one story, because it's just it talks about like the main character and like a monologue in his head, and like gives you like some exposition on his like history, and he's slowly remembering stuff. So it's kind of a way to show like he's remembering this now finally, right?
Plus, you have the OG Final Fantasy writers and composers working on the game.
Yep.
Really?
Uematsu did the music,
Yep.
right? And Sakaguchi was the
Yeah,
director.
Sakaguchi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the director. Yeah, so you have the Final Fantasy director, and then you got their main composer working on a game that Microsoft paid way too much money to be an Xbox exclusive.
Oh yeah.
Because they were trying to push the sale of the 360 in Japan.
Oh,
because
yeah.
their sales were shit over there, like complete shit, and it didn't really help at all. But that is,
And it has actually
fantastic.
action elements, like in, let's say, like Paper Mario, you can hit like a button or hold down a button in order to like do a better hit, right?
like Mario RPG. You gotta time the right.
You have to time it right.
Right,
It has that
right,
kind of thing.
right.
You hold down a trigger, and it does like a weird circle thing. And once you hit the right spawn circle, you can get a better
That's
amount of
cool.
attack, right?
That's
so
cool.
it's different timing for every character.
Yeah, and
Right? Or different weapons.
There's so much customization. You're building new equipment.
You're
all the
crafting
time.
all the time, and like it's
But in a
awesome.
good way. Like for me, if you tell
Yeah.
me, you can craft anything, you can make anything. Well, now I'm lost. Like I can't do it.
yeah.
But no, they show you could have this accessory,
That has this
but
buff.
you need 5 of this item, 5 of this item, 5 of this item.
Oh, yeah.
So then you gotta look for it. You gotta steal it and shit. It's basically a Super Nintendo RPG on a 360.
That's wild.
But
And-
the equipment screen whatever is actually incredibly basic, right? There's a lot of crafting, but you only have I believe you have an armor slot, you have a weapon slot, and you have a trinket slot, or 2 trinket slots. It's really simple. So the
And
whole
the other thing that's super cool is whatever you have equipped on you shows up in the cutscenes.
yeah.
So if you
That's
have,
cool.
if you have your main character wearing these dumbass earrings
I
that
like
give
that.
you a +5 buff on whatever,
Yeah.
he's got that shit in the cutscenes.
It ain't pre-rendered, boy.
I want
awesome.
my clown hat on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But so it's a really good one. I would definitely recommend it too. He got me on that train. It's just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
And
It's awesome.
It's a good.
if we had disc 3 or whatever, we have a copy here, but it doesn't have disc 2 or 3, right?
That does.
Or it doesn't. It's missing a disc. Oh no, sorry. We have a second one, but it's missing a disc that's in our non-resale. I'll go find it. Yeah. We also do have another one for the 360.
You're dumb.
I could be too, but no, I would agree. It's good.
Okay. Something
It's
to maybe
a gooder.
play.
And there's also what like on the if we're talking about RPGs on 360, there's only like 2 or 3 more, right? There's Blue Dragon and Infinite Undiscovery, right? Those are really the only 2, which both had people from Square, like the OG Square, working on them, right? Blue Dragon was also
Blue Dragon
Sakaguchi.
closer to it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Infinite Undiscovery, I believe, had a different guy. It did not have Sakaguchi, and it did not have.
I'm almost
Matsu.
done Lunar. Silver Star story complete.
Oh,
Getting close.
oh boy, it's good, eh?
It's awesome. The game's good. Have you played it?
No, I've just watched some stuff on it.
Yeah, it's also getting really good now. But yeah, I gotta beat that one.
It's good.
Yeah. What are you playing?
Right now, Fallout 3 intermittently,
Oh yeah.
and I am, and I did halt that. So lately, when I don't play Fallout 3 or watch YouTube, because I'm a fucking idiot, I've been playing Super Metroid.
Oh
And
yeah.
I just got past the final Ripley fight. or
I
Ridley
haven't.
fight,
I've
sorry.
never played the game.
So I just got past the final Ridley fight. So now I'm going down to see Mother Brain, and it's just such a good
Mother
game.
Brain!
Insane in the membrane. But it's good.
Word of faith.
It's really good. I would recommend it.
That's what people have said to me.
It's
Do
hard
Do
as
yourself
balls.
a favor and play the game. I have the game. I have
It's
the
hard
first
as balls.
Metroid, but I tried playing the
Oh, no,
first one.
no,
and
no,
it's the same thing. It's like, I hate this crap.
No, the first Metroid is just it's
hate
too
it.
hard. It's just so unintuitive in my opinion.
That's a game you buy, and that's the only game you bought for the year, and
Yeah.
then you just played it until you beat
Yeah,
it.
well, it was hard for a reason, right?
Yeah.
It's so that you get your money's worth.
But I could be wrong.
Just like ActRaiser and those ones that are hard, but that's
Yeah.
because, you know, you got to get your money's worth because
Just like Bart Thimph from Space Mutant.
Super space mutants. Well, what are we at here? Hour and a half. It's probably
Yeah.
time to shut her down. Eh?
I think so.
winding down.
Winding down.
What?
Winding down. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. We're
All 2 people?
We're gonna shut her down now.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably our wives. That's probably who's tuned in.
Yeah, probably.
But
Not quite there yet, but almost there. Anyway.
we are that important that they want to watch us all the time.
Yes.
You know, if that Chinese place was still open right now,
You
Oh,
would
yeah.
totally go down
I
on
would
that.
go down there and have a plate or 5.
Some good stuff. If anyone's in the Steinbach area, check out Mr. Q. It's damn good. It's right across from Giant Tiger, downtown Steinbach. It's actually
Exactly.
really
Yeah.
good.
If you're ever in the area.
Go quack yourself, Steinbach.
Okay. Bye.
Anyway, so thanks for tuning in.
For what?
I think we're
gonna
done.
Start talking properly. Or
Yeah, I think we're done.
When are we gonna energize?
Super energized.
Super energized
Energize
soon.
their bunny.
Anyway.